Family. If you want to go, Africans in diaspora were excited. Foundational Black Americans, African Americans, they were excited because Captain Ibrahim Traore, through the ADDI, that's the Africa Diaspora Development Institute, extended the hand of invitation to all Afro descendants to come back to Africa to come finish the work Marcus Garvey started. They were excited. Now, through the ADDI, that's the African Diaspora Development Institute, over 200 Africans in diaspora were taken to Burkina Faso April, May 2024. They got to see Burkina Faso, see opportunities and businesses they could invest in. It was open to them. Let's watch the video.
They wanted to make sure we understand what is going on in Poland, and that there are people that others can easily forget. We see you, understand what you're going through. Sometimes when people tell you a story, coming here and actually see all of you and the conditions you're living in, and it's all because you stood for what you believe in. Change.
Our main goal is to make sure that what is happening here in Burkina Faso will be a resounding success. Failure is not an option.
Now, the ADDI also said that they will be going home October. From 26th October to 8th of November, they would have citizenship conferred on them for those who wants the Burkina Faso citizenship. Many questions were asked, and these questions were answered on their website. Let's check it out. Now, some people asked, how do we get permanent residency? All ADDI members who had applied for citizenship and have submitted their background checks will be granted permanent residency. The regulation that states that you need to have resided in Burkina Faso for 5 years has been waived for ADDI members who had already applied for citizenship and are already on that list. Also asked, will there be a formal ceremony for the issuance of permanent residency? The answer is yes, the government of Burkina Faso will still have a ceremony to grant permanent residency, whilst the team is in Burkina Faso between October 26th and November 8, 2025. Some people also asked, can immediate family members also get permanent residency? And the answer is yes, they can. Many people also asked questions like, how many years do permanent residency cover? How will permanent residency cost? How much will permanent residency cost? Will we be obtaining this residency card during our visit? Can immediate family members also get permanent residency? Family, so many people asked different questions. So many African Americans are interested in this. So many FBAs are interested in the citizenship of Burkina Faso. But recently, we got news that it was all fake, that their money was spent by the ADDI, that they only scammed them. They did not really do what they said they were going to do. Let's watch a video of these men who claimed they were scammed.
Well, guys, breaking news. Not necessarily the best news. There are a lot of folks who are very heavy-hearted this morning, and I want to offer some encouragement. So the breaking news is that Burkina Faso has declined on its offer of citizenship.
So you're going to hear a lot of news going around about Burkina Faso and the citizenship with ADDI and, Black Americans, Black in the West, and, everybody was supposed to be getting citizenship, and now that whole thing ain't come to pass.
Now, these guys say that Dr. Arikana conspired with Burkina Faso to scam Black Americans of their money, that they paid for the trip and nothing happened, that they were scammed. They also painted Burkina Faso as a state of war, insecurity, and that they couldn't keep to their promise. Painted Captain Ibrahim Traore a scammer. Burkina Faso is scam. Everything scam. But she came out to debunk that, and she explained what really happened.
We had 4 of our members who had done their DNA, and their DNA said they were from Burkina Faso. I started advocating for these 4 people to receive their citizenship. About a month or so later, there was a letter that came specifically asking, as a follow-up to my request for those 4 Burkinabes, to say if you have a list of any of your members who would like to become citizen of Burkina Faso, send us the list. We did not expect a large number because of what we had experienced when we went to Burkina. We didn't think too many people would be interested in Burkinabe citizenship. But to our surprise, we thought, well, 50 people would be more than enough. Before we know it, we got to 100. And the requests kept coming. In the end, the people who stood up and said they wanted to become citizens of Burkina, there were over 1,000 people. We started mobilizing African diaspora beginning end of last year. We had Zooms where we had people from the embassy come talk to us about this decision from the president. And then eventually they gave us a date in November. Everything was going well until I believe the 26th, Friday the 26th of September, when I got a call from the ambassador saying, Ambassador, I have bad news. The parliament met and they felt that everybody should follow the procedure that the parliament has put together that would include the ADDI. We had thought our program was always a separate one. It was not part of the process the government was going through. Yeah. However, they were going to make an exception for ADDI members instead of insisting on the 5-year residence requirement in Burkina before you can qualify to apply for citizenship. They were going to allow those on the list to be given the permanent residence.
So family, as seen in the video, she said it wasn't her fault. It wasn't what they planned initially, but things went that way. She said she got a call and everyone must follow the procedure laid down by the parliament. Initially, if you wanted to go to Burkina Faso, you have to go through the ADDI, that's African Diaspora Development Institute. And those who go through the ADDI would have it easier than those who do not go through the ADDI. Unfortunately, they turn everything and say that is not how it's supposed to be. It's not as though they called up everything, they scammed the Black Americans. No, that's not it. Initially, you were supposed to have it easy because we are part of the ADDI. They had Zoom meeting upon meetings talking about this, about the collaboration, about going to Burkina Faso. But currently, the parliament says go through the process. All your documents, all the things you're supposed to do. And for the exception is, if you're part of the ADDI, instead of the 5-year residency, those on the list will be given permanent residency. As seen in that video, she said the numbers skyrocketed. It was initially 50, 100, and then they had over 1,000 people who were interested in obtaining the Burkina Faso citizenship. So you do not just expect the Burkina Faso government to open their arms and welcome everyone. They would want to scrutinize anyone coming into Burkina Faso because of the security issues. Now, I know the Black Americans feel as though they've been scammed, but that is not the case. We don't expect Burkina Faso to just accept everyone. The program is not sprout. They only say follow the procedure, as she said in the video. One said, I'm a member of the ADDI. I'm currently in Burkina Faso. I can assure you that Dr. Arikana is no scammer. The pathway to citizenship proposal has been suspended temporarily due to structural issues, but diasporas will be granted permanent residency until the country sorts itself out. Permanent residency still allows us access to many of the same privileges a citizen would have. So family, that's the case. It's been a back and forth. While some think they've been scammed by the Burkina Faso government, Captain Ibrahim Traore as leader, Dr. Arikana, some feel no, the country has to sort itself out. It still stands, right? All you have to do is follow the process. Admitting such large number of people, well, I would say in a time where there is a security issue and crisis, don't you think they should be careful? There are still privileges given to those who are part of the ADDI. So this is the situation, family. For those who think they were scammed, Dr. Arikana says, you were not. You just have to follow the process. Comment what you think about the story and do not forget to share, like, subscribe, and turn on your notification button. My name is Lynient Akotonou. And for more info, download the African Diaspora News Channel app. Thank you for watching.